Good Thursday evening and happy hockey night on 10 Band TV. I'm Matt Gatjka, and this is our doubleheader presentation of PIHL pucks, starting with a single-A collision from Johnstown between Westmont Hilltop and Greensburg Salem. This Class A battle will feature a couple of teams that have started in completely opposite directions early on in this regular season. Greensburg Salem coming into tonight with a record of 4-0-0, tied for second in the A Blue Division. They've scored 33 goals. They've allowed just 6. They are rolling, safe to say. As for Westmont Hilltop, they've lost all 5 games they've played. They're 11th out of 11 teams in Class A Blue. They've scored 8 and they've allowed 60. So, like I said, the numbers tell the story there, but also do the pictures so far this season for both sides. Greensburg Salem, the Golden Lions, they have been dominant, and they're just coming off a fantastic win against the defending Class A champs in Norwin last week. That was a 7-4 victory. That was the closest game that Greensburg Salem has played all year for head coach Corey Mensch. Prior to that, Greensburg Salem beat Kiski 7-1. They beat Westmont Hilltop, who we'll see tonight, 11-1 at home, and they beat Freeport 8-0. The game against Norwin, though, like I mentioned, a real confidence booster for the Golden Lions, as they had to fight through some adversity in the second period as Norwin came back trying to rally from a 3-0 deficit. Norwin got it to 4-3 late in the second period, but Luke Dieter scored a couple of power play goals, one in the second near the end of the frame, one midway through the third to make it a 6-3 score and essentially put the thing away. So far on the season, Luke Dieter has 5 goals, but he does not lead the team in goal scoring or points. That honor goes to senior Owen Tudich, who has 6 goals and 9 assists for 15 total points. This is a squad in Greensburg Salem that can put up the goals, and they are returning quite a few players from last year. So far this season, they're averaging over 8 per game. Meanwhile, Westmont Hilltop has scored just 8 total in their 5 games. And the Hilltoppers on the other side of the ice tonight, coached by Chris Carlson, well, they made it a game at Wheeling Central on Tuesday at West Banco Arena, pulling to 7-4 down in the third period. But they could not rally, and in fact, Wheeling Catholic Central went on to win it 10-4. That's the closest game that the Hilltoppers have played this year. Last year's squad, the Toppers won 8 in a row near the end of the season to make the playoffs, where they eventually lost to eventual Penn's Cup champion Norwin, but they lost 4 of their top 5 scorers. The only one who returns out of that group this year is senior Nick Rosich, who's got 5 points, by the way, in 5 games. But for the most part, the firepower graduated. Both goalies moved on. In fact, they've had to move a skater last year for them, Alex Crespo, into the net, and he's the only goalie rostered for this team. So tough times right now for Westmont Hilltop, but they do get a chance to host Greensburg Salem tonight at First Summit Arena at Cambria County War Memorial. Thank you so much for tuning in. There you see our perch high above the rink at the home of Slapshot, one of the historic rinks in all of North America. Westmont Hilltop warming up down to our left in the predominantly white jerseys with the red helmets and red pants, and there's Greensburg Salem with the white stripe across the dark brown uniforms with gold trim and gold numerals. For Greensburg Salem, you look down this roster, plenty of guys who can hurt you. I already talked about Owen Tudich with 15 points in 4 games so far this season, including a couple of power play points and a shorthanded point. Also, you look at Colton Humphrey, another senior. He has 4 goals, 7 assists for 11 points. Told you already about Luke Dieter, who has 5 goals on the year, including a couple on the power play. Last time out, Chase Kushner, number 87, a very memorable number. You can keep an eye on him rather easily out there. He's got 5 goals as well to go with 8 total points. And even on the blue line, Max Edison has 4 assists. In net so far, it's been mostly about the sophomore, Tristan Gonzalez. He has a record of 3-0-0, even though he's got a save percentage under 900 at 861. His goals against average is 1.67. That tells you his team has done a fantastic job defending in front of him. There you see Gonzalez in net taking some warm-up shots. His backup is Ethan Patrick, who stopped 14 of 15 against this Westmont Hilltop side the last time these two squads met. So a rare rematch only in the first week of November here tonight, but that's the way things go as far as the schedule makers have set it up. for Greensburg Salem on the road tonight, but then back home against Indiana. Then they'll be at Fox Chapel and home to Hampton, all before Thanksgiving. So a busy November for them. For Westmont Hilltop, a little bit more spread out. They won't play again after tonight for 2 weeks. So opportunity for Chris Carlson's squad to lay it all on the line. The leading scorer so far for Westmont Hilltop, as I said, is Rosich with 5 points. Derek George has a goal on the season. Evan Allen, senior forward, has 2 goals and 4 total points. And that's it as far as guys who've put the puck in the net so far this season. Actually, pardon me, Landry Bernheimer has 2 goals as well. That all adds up to the 8 that they've put on the board. Getting ready for the national anthem from what also is the home of the North American Hockey League's Johnstown Tomahawks. This was formerly the home of the Johnstown Chiefs, as you well know, of North American Minor Pro Hockey. Johnstown played in the ECHL before this switched over to a junior hockey town. And we'll take a short break here for the playing of the Star Spangled Banner. Stay with us on 10 Band TV, PIHL doubleheader night this Thursday from Johnstown. Before we start tonight's game, I want to offer up a rest in peace to one of the legends in the sport of hockey in one way, at least. I believe this is the first game played at this arena since the death of actor Andrew Duncan, who played Jim Carr, the play-by-play announcer for the Chiefs in Slapshot. Charlestown Chiefs in that movie, of course, we all know was filmed in Johnstown back in the mid-'70s. One of the classics of cinema, really, not just sports cinema. And as for Mr. Carr, I salute you, sir. Thank you for painting the pictures during the movie. And it's my honor to be able to call a game for the first time here from First Summit Arena at Cambria County War Memorial, or the War Memorial, as folks around the area have long known the rink. There you see we have a very high angle for tonight's broadcast up here in the catbird seat. Todd Kazarowski and crew is on site as well to bring you tonight's presentation. And tonight's game sponsor is Hydroblocks. Hydroblocks for your drainage solutions. Go to hydroblocks.com. That's B-L-O-X at the end of that. Set to face it off. It'll be Tudich for the Golden Lions against Bernheimer of the Hilltoppers. Scramble off the face-off, and the Hilltoppers meander their way into the offensive zone. Here's a chance from a sharp angle and an early save made. A good stop there on the chance for Rosich, leading point getter for Westmont Hilltop. So he was denied early on. Hilltoppers trying to work the puck down the boards. Instead it's picked off, but given right back to them. Bernheimer centering for Rosich, and he overskated. Now he got the shot away, and that stop is made again. 2 good chances for Nick Rosich and the Hilltoppers. They've allowed 10 goals per game this year. That's right, 10 goals per game. They've got some improvement to do. Here's a centering pass, broken up, rebound, and it's shot into the corner. Bouncing out near the point and glove down. Knocked toward the net by Noah Outley. Ends up in the corner. Now at the left point. The shot goes deflecting across the rink and out to center ice. We have the clock up on the graphic, but you'll be able to see the scoreboard clock on the video board mounted there, just above center ice. A little more than 1 minute gone in this first period. On the near wing, Colton Humphrey steps up. Outley at the point. Outley's got 4 points from the blue line this year. This Golden Lions team can score. To the far side, Morrison handed it off. Now into the middle. Shot deflected to the end boards. This is Matt Gatjka on the play-by-play. Flying solo tonight. Glove down at the line by Outley. He takes the shot, and the save made by Crespo. No further play with 15:23 to go in the first period. Last time these two teams met, a couple of big nights for Golden Lions players. Colton Humphrey had 4 points, 2 goals and 2 assists. And Owen Tudich, who wears number 10, had a goal and 3 helpers. Outley had 2+1 from the blue line. Soft shot in on goal and a stop made. That's Gonzalez in net. Tristan Gonzalez, as I mentioned on the season, he's got a shutout. He blanked Freeport a couple of weeks ago. He makes his 4th start, the freshman, being leaned on early by head coach Corey Mensch, assisted by Jason Outley. Tracking down the puck are the Golden Lions in the corner. Trying to center it was Tudich. No one home in the slot. Out to this near side and banged off the boards and out by Westmont Hilltop. Pitting away from pressure, Landon Morrison sends it up the far wing. Intercepted and dumped right back in by the Hilltoppers. This the Hilltoppers' home rink. They lost 11-2 to Norwin here, first week of October, and then last week they fell 8-0 to Kiski. That 8-0 game, that's the fewest goals Westmont Hilltop has allowed on the year. Luke Dinkel slams this one forward. Comes to a rest behind the Hilltoppers' goal. Stepping up, Tudich has the intercept. He's right in. Going to the backhand, and he's denied. Good save by Crespo to stick with Owen Tudich, Greensburg Salem's leading point man so far this season. 15 points in 4 games. Tudich was patient but couldn't finish. Now a turnover and a shot from Rosic that goes over the crossbar. Digging forward is Evan Allen behind the net. Pried loose in the slot. Backhanded down and out by Sam Spigarelli. It's on the stick of Tudich. He slows things down, sent it in front of the goal, and it went right through the crease. Out to the point now. Dumped in deep once again. It's Tudich. Against the grain pass to the far side. Swirling out high are the Golden Lions. Outley calming things down. Holds onto the puck. Now chases after his own dump to the far side. And instead, he'll let Spigarelli handle it. Chirac knocked it around the boards. Here's Tudich, shooting from a sharp angle. Actually, that was a pass, looking back door, but it didn't connect. Puck possession dominance right now for the Golden Lions, as Swerchinski passed it off for a wrist shot that missed. In front of the net, and Crespo, looking for it, couldn't find it, but his teammates will help him out here. Parker Lavis escapes and shoots down the rink. Behind the goal, Colton Humphrey winds things up for the Golden Lions. No score early on in this one. Here's a chance and a shot off the toe of Crespo. Breaking in was Humphrey. Now we got a shot away on the one-timer, and he was stopped by Crespo. Out to the point, broken up. Maybe a chance to come back. 1v2, though, for Westmont Hilltop. Shot goes wide into the near corner. Broken up, and Mikey Kingerski flushes it out to center for Greensburg Salem. The Lions stop up behind the net. Looking up ice here. Now the puck skitters over to the near wing. The Lions finished 12-8 last season. They were 3rd in the Southeast Division, now defunct. They finished only 2 points behind Westmont Hilltop, who made the playoffs. This is icing against Greensburg Salem. Last year, there were a series of 4-team divisions in Class A in the PIHL, and the top 2 in each of those 4-team divisions made the playoffs. So Salem actually missed out to Westmont Hilltop, but 6 of their top 7 scorers return. And last year's team was offensively dominant as well. They got 98 goals. The problem was giving up goals, as Greensburg Salem posted an .853 team save percentage and killed just 2/3 of the penalties they took. 65% penalty kill rate, which was last in the league. Knocked up the near side boards, held in by Outley, or at least I thought it was. The puck might have ended up out of play in the Hilltop bench. We've got a double-A game coming up after this. Franklin Regional takes on Bishop McCourt. McCourt doing well in its return to the PIHL after 2 seasons in the Laurel Mountain Hockey League. Carter Chirac chases down the loose puck. Feeds it out to the point. Chirac, sharp angle shot, saved by Crespo as he held his post. Out to the point. Swierczynski. In front of the net, that pass goes from Chirac, but clicks off a Lion stick and wide. Chirac chasing after this one. Luke Dinkle in there as well. But out with it come the Hilltoppers. And the chip and chase play by Allen. Can't get there in time. Swierczynski picked it up. Puck ends up in the middle of the slot. Little sloppy break out there for Greensburg Salem, but they make it work. Chirac puts the puck in his skates. Now a back into the front of the net. And the stop was made by Crespo. Couldn't control the rebound as it slid all the way out to the far side. That's where Outley bangs it down the wood. Hilltops' Brett Hoffman tried to clear. Could not, but now the Hilltoppers do survive. And here's Rosic. Clearing a pass up near wing. Picked up by Brady Jones. And now shot in by Logan Glessner. Glessner 1v2 on the forecheck. He wins the puck. Glessner's got a man open in front, but he couldn't get the puck to him. It was broken up. Alex Toth forces this one ahead. It's onside. From behind the net, Tudic. Tried a jam play. That was stymied. Out to the line. Stepping up Morrison to knock it deep. Tudic is back there. Wins the puck battle. Soft pass in front, broken up. Cleared out to the point, but no further. Swept right back in deep by the Lions. Still nothing on the board in this one. Tudic went fishing, couldn't find it. Out to the point. Here's a snapshot from Addison, and a stop by Crespo. He saw it all the way. Center point shot. Jamming away is Toth. Slap shot. And that one went in. It got through Crespo from the outside. I heard pad, and then it just barely nudged its way over the goal line. 1-0 Greensburg Salem on the big blast from the outside by Landon Morrison. His first goal of the season in just his second game. The junior defenseman just hauled off and teed one up with 9:20 left in the first period to give the Lions a 1-0 advantage here on the road tonight. That was their 9th shot of this game. So it's been a good territorial start and now a good start on the scoreboard for the Lions. Just 2 shots for Westmont Hilltop. Owen Tudic gets the assist. At least one of them. This is offside against the Lions. Make it 34 goals on the year for the Lions and just 6 against. This is a team that you figured would come out hot. Man, they have. And they've done it basically without the help of the power play. They've just had 5 opportunities, but they've scored on 3 of them. So it's been about even strength dominance for Greensburg Salem to this point. That shot got through Crespo. Somewhat surprisingly, Crespo's been strong early on. Outley fired it across. Humphrey couldn't take the pass. Now he does. Actually, that was Tudic going down low. A shot, score! From a sharp angle. It beats Crespo, and it's 2-0 Lions. Some trouble out by the point, but Tudich got it down low on a relay play. And is stuffing at the side of the net by Kaysen Ty. Makes it 2-zip. Ty just turned and jammed, and he gets his second goal of the year. Thanks to Todd Kazarowski for the great replays as well. We know exactly how these goals go in after we take that all-important second look.
Greensburg Salem goal scorer number 18.
Back for it now, Toth. Jams it up the wall and out.
79, Dylan Swierczynski. Time of goal 8:28 remaining in the first.
Swierczynski gets an assist, and really Tudich should as well. He made the first pass from the point. Kingerski hacking away on this near side wall, along with Spigarelli. They continue to fight for it, but it comes free to the Hilltoppers. Poked in, kept in the offensive zone, onside, but only briefly. Now Morrison clears it across, and it's shot in deep. 7.5 minutes to go in the first period. 2 quick goals by the Lions after they had the puck for the majority of the period, but could not get one to go. Humphrey turning, but lost control. Still loose in the slot, and scooped up by the Hilltoppers. And Gavin Raplogel lost control, though. Back comes Humphrey, and he tried to go short side on the one-man rush, but he missed. Humphrey takes a return pass, has another opportunity, but he's stripped of the puck in the low slot by Nick Rosic. And Rosic clears back to the Lions line. Rosic up the wall. Offside, delayed call made with under 7 to play in the first period. Shots are 10-2, as you see there on the scoreboard in front of you. Face-off coming up outside the Westmont Hilltop line. And a turnover. Here are the Hilltoppers looking to make something happen. Rosic, good move, shot it. Glove save by Gonzalez, and he holds. Nick Rosic flashing the hands out by the blue line. Nearly got him a goal, but that glove of Gonzalez just a little quicker. So for the face-off, it's Bernheimer of Westmont Hilltop against Carter Chirac. And it won't be Carter Chirac. It'll be Hunter Webb, who cross-checked one of his teammates there. I'm not sure what that was all about. Anyway, a shot off the face-off comes in, and Gonzalez kicks it away to the side wall. Hope that was all in good fun. Otherwise, that was strangely aggressive. Down the ice it goes, and Knowles trying to get on it. Out to the point. Outley. Put it in the skates of his teammate Webb. Now Webb wrists one coming off the wall, and that's stopped by Crespo, and he hangs onto it with a couple of Lions right there in his face. Amazing how quick you can go from at the top or near the top, as the Hilltoppers were last year, to struggling to find some positive results as Morrison blasts away. He's already got a goal in this game, but that one went a couple of feet wide right. Evan Allen fed it up the far wall. Fighting for it, trying to pry it loose was Rosic. And he does, and he shoots down low. Save made, rebound, put over the net. Gonzalez stopped the first one, didn't see where the second one was. This is going to be a delayed offside against the Hilltoppers, so Morrison rags the puck back behind his net. Lead pass broken up. But Bernheimer couldn't make anything happen for the Toppers. We're here at First Summit Arena at Cambria County War Memorial. Tonight's game brought to you by Hydro Blocks, the first of 2 from Johnstown. This is Matt Gatjka on the play-by-play. The Lions slowing down the pace right now. No rush, they're up 2, of course. Feed goes off the stick of Evan Knowles. And now Morrison, and the whistle sounds. Could we have our first penalty of the night? And we will. Evan Knowles heads off. Senior forward gets his first penalty of the season. Knowles, who picked up an assist, his first of the year, on the Morrison goal, now sits for the next two. Off the tie-up. It's won by Westmont Hilltop. Replogle. Fed it down the near side wall. Rosic handed it off and pass out to the points, broken up. Here's Tudic. Tudic, a drag move. He's in alone. Backhand score! Short-handed goal, 3-0 Greensburg Salem. Tudic dangled and then dished the puck by the goaltender Crespo. Just like that, his 7th goal of the season. That's his 3rd point of the night. 1 goal, 2 assists. He's factored in on all 3 for the Golden Lions. And watch it again in all its replay splendor. Small deke in front of the crease, and then he pulled it to his backhand. That is Tudic's 2nd short-handed point of the year. He already had an assist with the Lions down a man. That's his 4th special teams point of the year. To the outside, and a backhand pass by Glessner's broken up. Comes out to the point. Shot by Replogle. In front of the net, it's still loose. They're still announcing the penalty, and Greensburg Salem's already scored short-handed. The penalty, by the way, was for tripping against Evan Knowles. 4 minutes to go in the first period. The first game between these two teams ended 11-1 in favor of the guys in brown. Bernheimer left it in the slot. A backhand chance for Rosic was blocked. Chirac tries to flush it out. Tudic's goal, by the way, unassisted. One-time shot. A sneak attack stopped by Gonzalez from a sharp angle. That was Evan Allen who blasted away from the bottom edge of the left circle. Still halfway through this power play. The Hilltoppers get some fresh bodies out there. And it's cleared over the head of Gavin Replogle. Another shorthanded opportunity, but this time it's fended off nicely by Brady Jones. Westmont Hilltop dresses just 4 defensemen. They played just 11 skaters in their 10-4 loss to Wheeling Catholic Central 2 nights ago down at West Banco Arena in Wheeling, home of the Nailers of the ECHL. Kaysen Ty slows things down. He's already scored in this game. Elects to kill some time for Greensburg Salem. Bouncing pass to the near side. It's going to be caught up to by Connor Selders. Swung it back out high and intercepted. Plenty of time there at the side of his bench for Knowles, who's out of the box. Penalty is over. We're back to 5-on-5. Shots are 12-6 for Greensburg Salem. Most importantly, the score is 3-0, as you see there on your screen. You can watch 10-Band TV on the web at 10band.tv or also on Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Dangling in Spigarelli. Wanted to center that one, could not. Outley pitches in. Outley now tracks down this puck. High in the slot. Blindly spins it to the corner. That's where Tudic chases in after it. Tudic looking to put one into the middle, but lost control of the puck. And swept out and down for an icing by the Hilltoppers. 2:02 left in the first. Carter Chirac's going to take this draw for the visitors. Force it to the middle. Here's a look there for Toth, but he couldn't turn it over on the backhand for a shot. Out by the line, Outley puts it right on goal. Actually, a little off goal, I should say. Crespo sucked it up with the glove. Chirac again tried to win it back to his teammate Hunter Webb, who closed to the circle. Now Outley poked it. Webb got his stick in there, as did Luke Dieter, freshman defender. He's the only freshman on this Lions squad. Shot from the outside, save, rebound, backhand goes right through the goal mouth. Good chance for Chirac, but he couldn't bury. Would have been his second of the year. Outley, another well-timed pinch. He's playing a ton in this first period. Chirac took his place back at the point. Good team hockey. Fight through a check from Allen. Down close to a minute to go in the period. It bounces right to Chirac, or pardon me, that was Toth closing in, and he fired it wide. In the middle, still loose. Webb looking for it. Turning try from Dieter. He couldn't get it on line. Down to 50 seconds to go in the period. Backhanded into Lions real estate. Here's a dish pass up the near wing. Not going to be an icing play, as it was touched by a Hilltopper on its way. Half minute left in the period. Fed it in front, looking for Kingerski. That's tapped away from him. Morrison gliding back. Hammers a pass, too hard for anyone to take. Now Spigarelli wiggles it loose, fed it on to Humphrey, took the shot from near the goal line. That's denied by Crespo right off the belly pad. Spigarelli pressuring. Final 5 seconds, and time runs out in the first period of play. From the First Summit Arena at Cambria County War Memorial, Greensburg Salem 3 and Westmont Hilltop 0. Owen Tudich with 3 points already on the night, including a shorthanded goal to make it a 3-point spread going into the second. Back in a moment on 10 Band TV. Stay with us. The second period begins. This is Matt Gatjka on the play-by-play. Greensburg Salem leads it 3-0 against Westmont Hilltop in the second meeting already between these two teams this season, and likely the last, as it doesn't appear Westmont Hilltop will be able to qualify for the postseason. I know it's early, but they are 0-5 and down by 3 in their sixth game. Meanwhile, Greensburg Salem trying to stay undefeated, 4-0 coming into tonight. Morrison passed that right off the body of Jacoby Sell, who was felled by that. Parker Lavis ladled it ahead. And Logan Glessner knocks it forward. Sharp chance from the outside. Stopped neatly by Tristan Gonzalez, who's been perfect so far. He was tested in the opening minutes a couple of times. That's his 8th save of the game. The goal scorers in this game, Morrison, Ty, and Tudich. I apologize, I was calling him Tudich at the start of this game. It's my first game calling Greensburg Salem this year, but no excuse. On the chase, here's Spigarelli. Behind the net, dislodged it, rolls up the kick plate on the far side, but carried out, in fact, by Westmont Hilltop. But here come the Lions again. To the outside and falling down was Ty, trying to get that one into the attack zone. And the play ends up offside. Tonight's game brought to you by Hydro Blocks. 100% recycled materials. Hydro Blocks may be new to you, but it's been providing solutions for commercial and industrial projects for over 10 years. And the same technology available for use in residential applications as well. Hydro Blocks, that's blocks with an X at the end, .com. Dish play ahead, here comes Chirac. Chirac handing it off, and a shot from the right side stopped by Crespo, who came across. Back out to the point. That's the man who just had that chance, Swierczynski, who had an assist in that first period, nearly added a goal. I've noticed these Lions D like to activate, very aggressive, trying to take advantage of the element of surprise. That's more and more a part of modern hockey. It's a 5-man game. Chirac on the scene. Now he gives this one to Webb. Chirac, Webb, and Dieter is the line out there for the Lions. Chirac pass taken by Webb on the backhand nicely, but he couldn't turn it to the forehand. Stripped away. Hightailing it back the other way, Landry Bernheimer, but he's out of gas as he dumps it in from the blue line. Errant pass picked off by the Toppers, but they can't connect on a bouncing puck to Rosic. Backhand pass to the middle, picked off by Rosic. He's the one to watch for sure. He's had a couple of looks in this game that he essentially generated all himself. He doesn't need much help. Nick Rosic, the senior, wearing number 27 in white and red, nearly picked off at the line by Colton Humphrey. Not to be. 3 minutes gone in the second period. No scoring, no penalties here in the second. Only one penalty in the game. That went to Evan Knowles of Greensburg Salem, and the Lions went ahead and scored on that shorthanded situation anyway, with Tudich burying a breakaway. Bounce to the far corner off the stick of Morrison, but he has plenty of time to recover. His cross-rink delivery. Taken on by Addison, fed it across, going to the net, Humphreys! Oh, that stopped somehow, rebound, score! Max Addison takes advantage of a bounce, he went right to the front of the net, that's where most of the goals are scored, and he makes it 4-0 on the follow-up chance. That close for Humphreys, somehow Crespo stopped the first shot, but then he could not deny the second one. Max Addison's first goal of the season. The junior cashes in from just a couple of feet away with 13-14 to go in the second period. So after a pretty one from Tudich at the end of the first period, a greasy one at the start of the second. And Greensburg Salem essentially on pace to match their 11-goal output that they had against Westmont Hilltop the first time these two teams met just about a month ago, back on October the 13th. Headman pass right to the doorstep is Humphrey, and he can't beat the goaltender Crespo again. So Humphrey's had two glorious opportunities, and Crespo's come up with a save both times. To the far side of the ice, huge hit there, and actually one of the Hilltoppers got the worst of it. He ran into Colton Humphrey. Out to the line, snap shot by Swierczynski is blockered away by Crespo, and now we have a whistle to accommodate for the injured Hilltopper, who is limping noticeably, trying to come off the ice. That's Logan Glessner. Yeah, he's wobbly. Making his way to the home bench, which is a longer skate in the second period, just to add insult to his injury. Tudich squares off against Bernheimer at the face-off dot, as we saw for the opening draw of this game. The puck's played up the boards. Tudich ripped it away, but it came right to a topper. At center ice, the centerman, Landry Bernheimer, the senior, fires into the near corner. It slid past Rosic, but held in at the point by the freshman D-man, Jacoby Sell. 5 freshmen dressed for Westmont Hilltop. Good backhand pass. Shot on goal by Allen, stopped by Gonzalez. Nothing further. You see on those goal posts the advertisements. Tells you this is the home rink of a team in a different league altogether, the North American Hockey League. The Johnstown Tomahawks play their home games here in this building. Good to still see high-quality hockey being played at the Cambria County War Memorial, whether it be minor pro, whether it be up-and-coming amateurs like the Johnstown Tomahawks. And, of course, we have our weekly dose of high school hockey 5 months out of the year, too. The second half of our doubleheader will be coming up right around 8 o'clock, as we'll see Franklin Regional against Bishop McCourt. A couple of teams that felt like coming in they could make the playoffs and contend for a Penguins Cup. Last year, Franklin Regional had a 5-1 lead in the Penn's Cup final. Couldn't hang on to it. Hard shot up high, and a fine save by Crespo on the opportunity for Chirac. To the far side, on the doorstep, and they can't jam it in, can the Lions? Nearing the midway point of the first period, or second period, Max Addison, who scored from the doorstep, despite being a defenseman just recently, making it 4-0. I told you these D were aggressive. Free to make their move. Blind backhand shot. And Crespo had to be sharp to make that save and hang on. He denies Hunter Webb. A crafty little play, and now Crespo pulls one of his teammates away from Chase Kushner. Kushner signaling to one of the toppers, Gavin Replogel. They might want a piece of it. Well, something's happening off camera because I saw it. Hilltopper sprint toward his bench, and there's a penalty that's been issued. And it is Chase Kushner. He of the 8 points and 5 goals on the year. He'll sit for 2, and there's another penalty coming up as well, and Kushner slams the glass. He is ticked off at that call, and now he's getting a talking to. I think that was Alex Toth who also joined him in the box. It might be a 2 and a 10 situation, a minor and a misconduct penalty that's been issued here. That's why there's 2 in the box, but still 4 players on the ice for Greensburg Salem. Clear to the line, but no further. Held in as Rosic puts this one on goal. Gonzalez absorbs it and freezes. Just our second penalty of this game. Both have gone against Greensburg Salem. This faceoff controlled by the Lions and gunned down the rink with 10 minutes even to go in the second. And Greensburg Salem in full control, but shorthanded for the second time tonight. Turned over. Chirac driving wide. Shot it. Save made by Crespo. Rebounded his feet. And he had 3 teammates right there to help him out. Rosic takes the relay pass. He wants to take a forehand shot. That's flipped off his stick. And back come the Lions. Tudich delaying into the corner. To the middle with a pass on the saucer move, but Chirac couldn't take it on his backhand. 1:10 to go on the penalty to Chase Kushner. Haven't heard the announcement on that one yet, but I'm assuming it's a 2 and a 10, considering his reaction. Tudic intercepts the attempted headman pass. Now he gets a backhand play to the front, save, rebound, score! A second shorthanded goal of the night for the Lions. Tudic floated one to the goal. Crespo made the save. And Kaysen Ty knocked it in from close range. Ty's second goal of the night. He just drifted behind the defense and waited for that one to come through. Actually, he got a deflection on that first shot pass, and then from there was a fundamental cleanup from the blue paint with 9:03 to go in the second period. Greensburg Salem halfway to 10, not even halfway through this game. Still a power play, though, for Westmont Hilltop.
Greensburg Salem penalty on number 86.
Cleared in deep.
A 2 and a 10 for unsportsmanlike conduct. That's Greensburg
And we finally get the announcement on the penalty. Yes, it is 2 and 10 for unsportsmanlike. So it'll only affect the play for the next 18 seconds and ticking. Brett Hoffman takes control of the puck. Shoots it up ice. And right back in the hands of the Golden Lions. They're going to kill this one off. They're 2 for 2 on the PK with 2 shorthanded goals. Maybe a chance for an even strength tally as Kai steps on the brakes. Pivoting, centering, comes free, shot, save, Crespo, rebound, score! Stashed into the net. I think that's Sam Spigarelli.
18 assists from 10 at 9:03.
Again, another rebound goal right in front. The volume play continues to work out for the Golden Lions. It is Spigarelli sliding it along the ice and in. Kai is going to get the secondary assist. Toth gets the primary on his backhand to the front. 6-0. Pummeled behind the net by Gavin Replogle, behind his own net, but again, held in by the Lions. They're just bottling up the Toppers at the moment. To the outside comes Evan Allen, though, trying to save some face. Fighting for pride at this point, the Hilltoppers are. They're not getting bombed in terms of quality chances. It's just follow-up opportunities. They can't clear the front of their net. From the sideboard, shot in, and a stick save by Crespo. And then Chirac couldn't keep it alive. Snapper from Rosic missed the target. Rosic gets it back, but couldn't take the pass off his skate. And it's banged out the center ice. Near the line, Tudic overskated. Now Carter Chirac took the shot. Ooh, that one hurt Jacoby Sell. He's hobbling, trying to stay in the play here. The freshman defender gets to the puck behind the net. Overtaken for a moment, but he stuck to it and cleared it. 6.5 to go in the second period. Half dozen on the board for Greensburg Salem. On their way to 5-0. Turned over right to Humphrey, but he couldn't make anything of it. Now he gets it right back, does Colton Humphrey. Got slashed on the skate, lost control of the puck. Play continues on. Still no penalties against Hilltop in this game. Allen feathers it on goal. Easy stop for Gonzalez. Turn to the outside is Logan Glessner. But he's stripped. With 6 to go in the frame. Chirac pushes it up ice. It's wearing out that right wing, right to the front of the net. And it went past the reach of Humphrey. Humphrey to the line. Cross rink dish. Bounces away from the junior Mikey Kingerski. His feed off a boot. Try to go back to him. Didn't connect. To the point, and Morrison unable to get that shot through. And it's cleared. Morrison on this behind his net. Goes against the grain to relieve the pressure and did it well. The shots are 26-9 for Greensburg Salem. Smooth deke for Humphrey. Couldn't get the shot off. Now a forehand comes in on net, and it's stopped by Crespo. Seems like every shift, Greensburg Salem gets something done, even if it doesn't end up in the back of the net. In this period, goals from Addison, Ty, his second of the game, and Spigarelli had the Lions with a stranglehold. Save made by Crespo, rebound. Bounced wide of the net from Outley in the slot. Swarczynski couldn't hold it in. Kozic parades down the boards. Fed it softly to the middle. Allen catches up with it on the right wing wall. Behind the net to Rosic. Wanted to go back to Allen. Nothing doing. Broken up again. Snapper by Bernheimer. Got nothing but glass. Maybe deflected on the way. Lions break it out. Cross ring pass, now dropped off, and it's Ty, or pardon me, that was Webb rather, bidding for a goal, and he was stopped by Crespo from point blank. Great chance for Webb to cash in. He's got 2 goals on the year. It's one of the few times we've seen Greensburg Salem strike off the rush in that way, or try to strike off the rush. They generated a great chance there. For the most part, the D's kept the Lions in front of them. Not here, though. Webb scores! Hunter Webb gets a second chance on the same shift, and he takes advantage with a bullet wrister inside the left post. 7-0, Golden Lions. Just as I say that the Hilltop defenders have kept the Lions in front of them, not there. Gavin Replogle got walked at the line by Webb. And from there it was one-on-one with the goaltender. And Webb made sure that battle was one-sided. Impressive finish. So now a couple of breakaway goals for Greensburg Salem in the game. Spigarelli on his backhand. He nearly made it 8-0. He's already got one in this period. Sam Spigarelli takes it free, out to the point. Outley put it on net. Stop made by Crespo, who's having another tough night. His goals against average coming in was 10 even. That's 10.00. His save percentage was under 800. For the most part tonight, he stopped the first shot when it's not a breakaway. Just been the rebounds that have been an issue. And Greensburg Salem, which gave up more than its share of goals last year, has given up just 6 here midway through game number 5 total on the season. They've given up just 6. And we have a running clock with the 7-goal margin, by the way, I should mention. Either way, game 2 of our doubleheader from Johnstown tonight will start at 8 o'clock. Bishop McCourt hosts Franklin Regional. I told you earlier, Franklin Regional coming off a heartbreaking end of last season. Well, they've won 2 in a row coming into this one, including a revenge win, if you will, against Thomas Jefferson, the team that beat them in that dramatic Penn's Cup final out in Cranberry last March. So Regional's got it turned around after an 0-2 start. Bishop McCourt has won 3 of 4, including 8-7 against Meadville last time they played. So a double-A showdown coming up after this one is over. Coming up on 10band.tv. Carrying a ton of games this year in the PIHL. Check out 10band.tv for the game schedule, for the broadcast schedule, that is. And also, if you want to be a sponsor, you want to be like Hydro Blocks tonight, you can file an inquiry over at 10band.tv to find out how to do that. Get your business some exposure. A whistle and at least one penalty is coming up here. It looked like a player from each side was being escorted to the box, but I did not see who. Well, there we go. And there's Kushner still in the box for Greensburg Salem. Humphrey for Greensburg Salem joins him, as does Parker Lavis for Westmont Hilltop. We play 5-on-5, though. It's Coincidental Miners. Save by Gonzalez. He stops the music with 40 seconds to go in the second period. So not a special team situation here. Rosic cleared it to the middle, intercepted. No one home. Last rush perhaps for the Lions. Dropped off Chirac, try to go back door. That's broken up. Right out in front again. And a chance there at the side, but Webb couldn't polish it off. Dieter's in the middle, back to the point. Outley wristed it. Stop made by Crespo. Down to 3 seconds. Another wrist shot deflected wide. Dieter got a piece of that just before the buzzer. 3 goals in the first, 4 in the second for Greensburg Salem. Kaysen Ty's got a couple in this game. Owen Tudich has 4 points. And the Lions are rolling with their goaltender Tristan Gonzalez having stopped every shot that he's faced so far. We'll take a break and bring it back for the third period on 10 Band TV. Keep it right here. Another game, another outburst of goals so far for Greensburg Salem. This is Matt Gatjka on the play-by-play. This is 10 Band TV's presentation of the PIHL. We have a Class A matchup to start tonight's doubleheader from the First Summit Arena at Cambria County War Memorial. Todd Kazarowski and crew is on hand to bring you the pictures. I'm handling the words. Here's a shot and a stop. And nothing further from that. An opportunity right off the start of this first period. And I have an apology to make to all the Golden Lions fans out there, and especially one young man named Ethan Patrick, who has been in goal for Greensburg Salem tonight. I thought that was a 31 on his back. It's a 91. You have to excuse me from up top. The jerseys are a little bit difficult to read as far as the numbers are concerned. If I may make a small request to equipment managers in the future, think about that contrasting stripe horizontal down the middle of these jerseys. Tudic in, and he couldn't get the shot off. Maybe that fresh, slick ice crossed him up as he tried to deke to the forehand and could not finish. He's already beaten the goaltender Crespo once tonight with a breakaway move. He went to the backhand the first time, this time the forehand, but it does not work. The puck just drifted right into Crespo's pads. I have to give Alex Crespo a lot of credit, too, for Westmont Hilltop. He played as a defenseman, it appears, last year, at the very least as a skater, and being forced into duty here. I shouldn't say forced into. I don't know if he wanted to or not, but it's pretty impressive to go from a skater to a goaltender 1 year to the next in high school hockey. I don't care where you're playing. And he is the only goaltender rostered on this Hilltoppers squad. 2 goals in this game for junior Kason Ty. He has 3 on the year. Owen Tudic has 4 points, a goal and 3 assists to give him 19 points on the season. The leading point getter for Greensburg Salem came in tied for second in Class A. As for right now, he's in first place by himself. And he was tied for the lead in the league with 11 assists entering tonight. And now he has 14. So he's rolling now. Outley lost control. Up the far side. Shot and a stop on Allen from the left wing. Three goals in the first period for the Lions, 4 more in the second. I mentioned Ty has a couple of goals. Max Addison, Hunter Webb, Landon Morrison, and Sam Spigarelli have also scored for the boys in brown tonight. Trying to make it a 5-0 start. To the outside, and a chance from the corner. The Lions have been peppering the goaltender Crespo from sharp angles all night, and they've created some rebounds that way. That time, a one-timer from the slot went wide to the left. Poked ahead, and here are the Hilltoppers trying to break this shutout. Parker Lavis. They scored 4, their season high, at Wheeling Catholic Central earlier this week, down in Wheeling, but still lost 10-4. Unfortunately, this kind of game has been the norm for the Toppers this season. And for the Lions, they've now scored 18 goals in the season series against Westmont Hilltop. Patrick stops the puck after an icing is called. Hands it off to the referee. So this Greensburg Salem team trying to step into first place in Class A. They've got Indiana at home at Kirk Nevin Arena next Thursday. It's a Thursday-heavy schedule at the start of this season for Greensburg Salem. Outley couldn't get there to keep the puck up in the attacking half of the ice. So now Dylan Swierczynski heads back for it. Fed it up the far side. Into the middle and a backhand pass up the near wing. Taken by Kingerski. He meanders his way in, tried to feed it for a one-timer, and Humphrey fanned on it. It was a good pass, too. Colton Humphrey had 11 points entering the game. Has had 2 glorious chances to score tonight, but so far has not been able to connect. He just has the 1 assist on the night on the 7 total goals scored in this game. And it is a running clock. If it remains a 7-goal lead, it will remain that way. Humphrey tried to put it in the skates of Replogle, but he could not make any headway. We're here at First Summit Arena at the Johnstown War Memorial. Well, the Cambria County War Memorial is its official name. The city of Johnstown has seen its share of hockey over the years. One of the historic rinks. This rink really got a spruce up from the NHL and Kraft as part of the Kraft Hockey Town promotion a few years back. You'll recall the Penguins played a preseason game here against the Tampa Bay Lightning. There's a centering pass, goes by Chase Kushner, who has escaped after his 12 minutes in the penalty box for unsportsmanlike conduct. It appears the trend will continue for Greensburg Salem. They've had just 5 power plays in their first 4 games, and they're getting close to 5 full games with just 1 power play per game. I assume because a lot of the times they've been building up early leads, and in that situation, the competitiveness in the game maybe ticks down. Maybe referees don't want to call penalties against the opposition as well. There is that human element to officiating. I'm not going to say it doesn't exist because we've all seen it in a lot of sports, but especially a sport like hockey where there's plenty of discretion for the referees. Going around the outside is Glessner. He has an opportunity, and he put it off the outside of the net. Following up Rosic in the corner. Gave it out to the point. Slap shot, glove, saved by Patrick. Yes, it is Ethan Patrick making his second start, the junior. Came in with a save percentage of .933, but it was just in the one game where he stopped 14 of 15. Patrick, entering this period, had stopped 14 of 14. By the way, Alex Crespo at the other end has faced 35 shots. And make it 15 saves for Patrick. Off the face-off win and the shot on by Rosic. Bernheimer, along with Allen and Rosic is the line for Westmont Hilltop and coach Chris Carlson. 2-on-1 chance, and the pass goes awry to this near side. Webb shooting, he's got a goal in this game. That one's stopped by Crespo as he stood up. Swierczynski down the wall with that one to Chirac. Try to go back to Swierczynski, but it's intercepted and taken away. Sent down the ice by the Toppers. Speaking of Westmont Hilltop, their old coach is now in charge at Bishop McCourt. That's right, I'm talking about Art McQuillan. Chirac knocked down to a knee on the stick check. Doesn't appear a penalty is coming up as he got that puck on net, and Crespo stopped it. Art McQuillan had 30 seasons at Westmont Hilltop, including 28 playoff appearances. Incredible. Well, now he's in charge of Bishop McCourt, which returns to the PIHL. We'll see McCourt hosting Franklin Regional in Game 2 of our doubleheader, also presented by Hydro Blocks tonight on the PIHL Hockey Night on 10 Band TV. Great night for hockey. Maybe a good night to forget about the Penguins as well if you were watching the last 2 nights. Those weren't the easiest ones to last all the way through. They started late too, keeping us up late and losing. How dare they do that to us? Knowles hacking away. Now here's Morrison backhanding it to the far side. Lions content to play deliberately at the moment. Knowles entering the zone. Took the shot, somehow dribbled through. It was partially blocked by Brady Jones, but it still got in on the goaltender. Clock continues to run, even during the stoppages, so we're down to 7.5 minutes. It's going to be a quick third, it appears, even though no goals have been scored here in this third. Levis hacked it out, and that's an icing. No touch icing, of course, in play in the PIHL. So the situation at Bishop McCourt, interesting. They played 2 years in the Laurel Mountain Hockey League. They won the LMHL each of those past 2 seasons. Then their former coach, John Bradley, longtime coach, retired last spring in the face of a suspension from the Laurel Mountain Hockey League, but he says he had decided to retire anyway. The suspension was apparently over an accumulation of penalty minutes by one of the Bishop McCourt players, although that situation wasn't reported all the way out. Interesting. But Bishop McCourt is back in the PIHL, and as I mentioned, they've done quite a bit in the league. They've won the Penn's Cup 7 times. This snapper is stopped by Crespo, and he stops play with 6.5 to go in the third. Bishop McCourt off to a 3-1 start. Mixed in with that was an 11-1 loss to Mars, in which 3 of their best players did not compete, so put an asterisk by that one. Like I mentioned, Franklin Regional coming in has won 2 in a row, so it should be a good one in the second game of our doubleheader. As for this game, Westmont Hilltop about to drop to 0-6 on the year. They've now allowed 57 goals on the season, and they've scored just 8. It's going to take some grit and perseverance to keep the energy up throughout the season here. Chirac couldn't take this pass from Webb on the near wing, but now Chirac tracks it down, fed it off of Webb's skate. It bounces to a halt behind the goal line. Webb swung it to the front. That slipped right by everybody. Out to the line, Chirac turned it over. Opportunity, sharp angle chance. Crespo made the save, and the follow-up goes behind the net. I think that was Luke Dieter who got that chance away for Greensburg Salem, although I was screened out on the shot. Luke Dingle back to take it. Finds Webb. Pivots away from pressure. Now Chirac to Webb. End of the shift for this group. Webb working his way in. Dropped it back. Score! Luke Dieter. He had a good opportunity just moments ago, and he polishes off Greensburg Salem's 8th goal of the night. Picking up the loose change and stashing it by Crespo from 15 feet out. Actually, it was a nice play to pull it to his forehand. He didn't quite see it go in until his teammates were reacting. 8-0 with 4.5 left in the third period. Shot toward the net by Tudic. We haven't seen much of Owen Tudic in the latter half of this game. For good reason. No need to wear him out in a game that's out of hand. Well, the scoreboard says 7-0, but it is 8-0. I promise you that. They have not changed it here at the War Memorial. Ty with 2 goals on the night. Knocked off his feet. Play continues on. Following up for a chance. Kushner, and he missed everything. Out to the blue line. Allen relays it through neutral. Tudic shadowing Landry Bernheimer. And a turnover. Kushner to Tudic, and he put it right through the top of the crease. Bidding for his 5th point of the night was Tudic. Morrison's wrist shot deflected high off the tall glass behind the net. 8-0 Greensburg Salem over Westmont Hilltop. Front of the net, Tudic got a stick to it, but Crespo, I believe, got his stick on it to stop it. Morrison, who scored the first goal of this game from a slap shot from the left point, keeps this puck alive out by the blue line. He reaches in, gets some help from a teammate, and it's on to Tudic's blade again. Swerving to the outside with under 3 to go in the period and the game. Greensburg Salem about to put the finishing touches on a 5th victory in 5 games to start this season. They'll have Indiana up next at home. Down the road at Kirk Nevin Arena. And Landon Morrison swerves wide. Morrison all the way to the goal and lost control of the puck. I think he got a shot away maybe, but couldn't corral the rebound. This will not be icing with Ethan Patrick back to take it. Fed behind the goal. Morrison snaps a pass. You can hear it up here. Right onto the tape of Colton Humphrey. In search of a second point on the night. Out by the line. Big blast. Saved by Crespo on the opportunity for Kingerski. And a delayed penalty is coming. It'll be the first of the night against Westmont Hilltop if the Golden Lions don't score here. Tudich off the bench. He's the extra attacker. Bouncing puck in the slot. Kingerski, knee down, took the shot, but the whistle had sounded. With 1:42 left, the call made against the Toppers. First power play of the night, and it's a 3-minute penalty. You just saw that flash on the board. In a running clock situation, that's what you see on a minor. 3 minutes instead of 2. So as to approximate what it's like to have a 2-minute penalty when the clock is actually stopping. But as you're seeing right now, no one in any hurry to get to the face-off dot. It'll be close to a minute to go in this game by the time the puck is dropped. And it's Ty taking the face-off. He's on hat trick watch. The only player on the ice for which that's true. Swerchinski wheels a shot on goal. And Crespo sharply holds. Maybe one more chance here for the Lions to get Case and Ty a chance for his third goal of the night. Ty wins it sharply on the forehand again. Swerchinski goes cross-rink to Outley. He shoots, but he missed the target. Hard bounce off the corner board. Swerchinski, good hustle to get there in time. Holds it, shoots it. Save made Crespo. Loose puck. Under a half minute to go in the third period. Poked out to center by Westmont Hilltop and a chance to break the shutout. Oh, but Rosic left the puck behind. 17 seconds left. Here's Ty leading the charge. 3-on-2. High shot. And standing up to stop and hold Crespo again. 10 seconds to go in the game, and that's probably going to do it. So Crespo makes the final touch of the puck of tonight's game. Somewhat fitting considering he faced over 40 shots in this game. But Westmont Hilltop is shut out 8-0 by Greensburg Salem tonight in the first game of our high school hockey night doubleheader on 10 Band TV. Ethan Patrick gets the shutout. Now he has one, and his goaltending tandem mate Tristan Gonzalez has one. The Lions improved to 5-0 on the season. They've outscored opponents this year 41-6. What a start. They'll have Indiana next Thursday, as I told you. In tonight's game, your scoring heroes, Owen Tudich, 1 goal and 3 assists for 4 total points. Case and Ty scores twice. Also goals for Spigarelli, Morrison, Webb, and Addison. Assists for Noah Outley, Colton Humphrey, Evan Knowles, Dylan Swerchinski, and Alex Toth. So plenty of guys on the score sheet for Greensburg Salem, as you might imagine tonight, as they will move on. As for Westmont Hilltop, well, they'll have to continue to grind here and try to find some respite. The bright side for them, they can take a break from competition for a couple of weeks. They'll be practicing, of course, but they won't take the ice again here at the Cambria County War Memorial until 2 Thursdays from now, November the 17th, when they face Fox Chapel, 8 o'clock draw right here from Johnstown. So that brings to an end our first broadcast of the night. If you stay with us, though, at 8 o'clock, we've got a treat on tap in AA play in the PIHL. Franklin Regional visits Bishop McCourt in what should be a good one. So hang tight, grab a snack, grab a drink, and come on back. This is Matt Gatjka on the play-by-play, Todd Kazarowski and crew on site, and we shall return for the opening face-off in about a half hour's time. Keep it right here on 10 Band TV.